What up, everybody? This is Jason, and I got a smattering of Blu-rays that I got in an eBay lot. Now, I'm probably not letting the cat out of the bag at this point, but if you're patient and you play your cards right, like in the Maverick with Mel Gibson, if you know when to hold them and know when to fold them, you can get a pretty good deal on eBay. And I think I'm not telling anybody anything they don't know either here when I say this, that we're not doing so great as we were 2 years ago when it comes to our finances. So people are selling things, I think, and want to let go of things even more cheaply. People aren't willing to spend more money on, big ticket items as much as they were a couple years ago when there was all this like essentially free money hitting the market, hitting our accounts. So the money's drying up, things are getting more expensive. So deals can be had if you play your cards right, if you're smart about it. So that being said, I've been looking on eBay a lot, looking for lots of different options for extending or expanding my Blu-ray collection, getting upgrades, or adding to the collection in general. Maybe stuff I didn't have on DVD. I had on DVD, but I need to upgrade it to Blu-ray, or I didn't even have on DVD. And so this whole lot I'm getting ready to show you, I bought the entire lot for $10. Some of them haven't even been opened. Some come with slip cases. Everything's there. I think shipping was $5. So I got this entire lot for $15. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 movies. So basically $1 a Blu-ray. As we all know, when Blu-rays first hit, no matter what, it's usually between $15 to $20, if not more, for a Blu-ray sometimes. So if I was able to get all these for $15, including shipping, I'm doing okay. So that being said, I'm going to get through it. The first one up is Let's Be Cops with the slip cover, with the slippy slip. So I have not seen this movie, but I've heard a lot of people say it's actually hilarious. It says fake cops or real trouble. So I cannot tell you if I know anything about it, but it looks like it's promising. And again, and I'm sure I'll say this a couple of times in this video, for $1 a pop, I mean, that's cheaper than Redbox. So there you go. So Let's Be Cops with the slip cover. Next up is Die Hard, and this is part 1. It has lots of special features, as you can see here. There's a ton of special features, so that is good. I have Die Hard in many variations, but I do not believe I have the Blu-ray. So I was like, all right, let me do the Blu-ray. Whoa, as it pops out there. So this is just a single disc edition. So there you go. Some of these I've already have, but again, if I already have them, I'll just flip them again on eBay, put them in a lot, use them for trade bait. Or like I said, if I'm missing out on like slip covers or inserts or booklets or whatever, I put those in my collection and then I sell whatever's left. I did that with John Wick a couple weeks ago. I did a video where I got a John Wick and it came with a slip cover, which I didn't have, and some inserts, which I didn't have on the initial pickup. So I added that. Now I'm selling it. With that being said, The Dark Knight is one of those movies that I already have. This is actually, this came with just the Blu-ray. It was supposed to be a 2-disc set, so this will probably end up being a flip that I'll just put on eBay for $1, free shipping, and I'll usually break even on stuff like this. I usually end up getting my money back. That's fine. So it's no big deal. So anyways, there you go, Dark Knight. I already have like the deluxe edition on that. Right here, The Bourne Ultimatum, Matt Damon. So this is one I was excited about getting. I'm a big fan of this franchise. I feel like a lot of times people kind of poo-poo on it now because there's so many variations of this that was made by Hollywood that did very similar things, I feel like. But anyways, I always thought it was like an American version of kind of like a 007 James Bond type of thing. So I know it's from an original book series. So anyways, there you go, DVD. This is the first time I've ever seen this. This is a Blu-ray, and then the DVD's on the other side. So I don't know how that works, but it's a Blu-ray DVD combo on the same disc. So does that mean that it's a Blu-ray disc and then they, I don't know, add the DVD version on there? I don't know. I don't know. It's above my my pay grade, so I'm not for sure. Next up is I think this is a collector's edition of the remake or reimagining of the Star Trek films. Usually you see the white, I believe this is the white slip cover that says Star Trek across. This is a 3-disc set, so you have that disc, and you got the next 2 right there. So I believe this is a Blu-ray, and then a digital copy. So it's Blu-ray movie, Blu-ray special features, and the digital copy. So there you go. I have this. I already have this on Blu-ray. So this is probably just going to be one that just was added to the lot that I ended up flipping. The one I did not have, I'm super pumped about, is Zombieland. It's a great movie. I really enjoy this movie. This is one of the few zombie-type movies that kind of try to think outside the box at the time. Was trying to do something completely different. All-star cast. I mean, everybody's in here. There's a great cameo by Bill Murray. If you haven't seen this movie at this point, then that's your fault if I'm, spoiling it for you. This movie's been out for like over a decade, I'm sure, at this point. So again, I'm not for sure. Let's take a look here. So this is a Blu-ray and digital copy version, which I did not have this on in physical media. And again, this is a movie I love. It's very, it's like Shaun of the Dead. Yeah, it's true. Superbad meets Shaun of the Dead. That's actually pretty fair, I feel like, assessment. So there you have it, Zombieland. Next up is still sealed, never opened, Inception, another Christopher Nolan joint. So you have Leonardo DiCaprio, you have Ken Watanabe, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Ellen Page, Tom Hardy, Cillian Murphy, Tom Bergener, Michael Caine, Tom Berginger. I always get his name mixed up because there's him, and then there's a guy from the comedy show America's Funniest Videos. I always get their last names mixed up or confused. So, anyways, this movie is very mind-bending and mind-altering, but again, never been open. So yes, I will take it. I believe I have that on DVD, so that'll be an upgrade. I have these all on DVD in various forms, but I do not have the Blu-ray, so I'm adding this here, Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Right here, there's not a whole lot in the way of special features, it looks like, which sucks now that I'm looking at it. So this is going to be pretty like a bare bones edition. Yeah, just the Blu-ray. I do not see where it says anything about any special features. So yeah. So mostly they'll be looking this. I hope this is great eye candy for my setup. As you see behind me, I'm watching the buy-in on AEW and New Japan, the Forbidden Door. I'm in the process of watching that. Put that on pause. So there you go. But I'm hoping this will end up being really good. This really good looking film because, like I said, that's a movie I grew up with back in the olden days. All right, next up is Ocean's 13, not to be confused with Ocean's 11 or 12 or the original or the female version of the same movie. This all-star cast: George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, Andy Garcia, Don Cheadle, Bernie Mac, Ellen Barkin, and Al Pacino. I mean, come on, dude, all day long. Got the Blu-ray right there. So yeah, I like this series. It definitely has a very old world, old Hollywood vibe in it. I felt like it's a very well done franchise. I guess Steven Soderbergh, which is the director. And anyways, that's a bunch of special features, which is nice. But I like this. I just like ensemble cast that are just the high caliber actors and actresses that are in these movies. I just think it's a lot of fun. I feel like those you really can't screw up on too much. I mean, it can be done, but if it's in the right hands with the right people, it's aight. Next up, 21. I know I've seen this movie one time before. You have Kevin Spacey in here, Kate Bosworth, Lawrence Fishburne, and it's about obviously I think Las Vegas and card playing and whatnot. My favorite card playing movie ever is Rounders with Matt Damon and Edward Norton, John Malkovich, John Turturro. That movie is by far my favorite poker movie involving cards in the poker world. But here you have, this is when you change the rules, you change the game. Boom. So I think if I remember correctly, it's about a teacher who teaches the students how to count cards, and then they go to Las Vegas or wherever, and they try to, use their knowledge of counting cards to obviously win big and take a bunch of money. And of course, you have, I think Lawrence Fishburne's character is like the head of security or something for one of the casinos, and he figures out what's going on, and then it's like, a race against trying to get caught or arrested or swimming with the fishes or whatever. So there you have it. And then there you go, 21. The inside comes with the insert. I'm a big fan of the slip covers and inserts when they're supposed to come with the movie. So when they don't come with it, it's always disappointing. I'm like, man, the inserts aren't there, the slip covers aren't there. Next up, The Strangers. I saw this in the theater when it first came out, like 2005 or 4 or whatever. I like this movie a lot. You have Liv Tyler, Scott Speedman. Such a great movie, and it's like a home invasion, movie. I think they're in a hotel though, or like something like that. But it's like an invasion type movie. It's super creepy. Apparently, I don't know if I even remember this from back in the day, but inspired by true events. This has an unrated version, which is what I wanted to see. I think I probably saw the DVD had the unrated version too. So, as you all know, when it says unrated or unedited or re-edited or, whatever, extended, sometimes that doesn't mean anything. Like they add like 2 minutes or 30 seconds, or there's a little bit more gore, there's a little bit more, story development. It's not that big of a deal. Sometimes it makes a huge difference. So I don't really remember what the changes were from the theatrical to the unrated. But, when it involves a horror movie, that means usually they add more gore that was removed for the theatrical run. So they add it back in, or they expand on it, which they might have had a cut to get the R rating. So it'll be interesting to see. A lot of times it makes zero difference to the movie. Where unlike movie like Daredevil, it was a totally different movie with the director's cut, which I know we're talking about two different things kind of right now. The director's cut is a totally different movie than the theatrical cut. So anyways, unrated version, so I would assume it's just probably more gore in those situations. But I like that movie a lot. So yes, all day long. Next up is it's appropriate for around 4th of July, is Olympus Has Fallen. Right there you have Gerard Butler, Aaron Eckhart, and Morgan Freeman. And you have, I'm not for sure here, you have the Blu-ray, you have the DVD. So you have that, you got the inserts. So I'm pretty excited. I've seen all these movies. There's like, I think there's 2 or 3. There's like London Has Fallen, Olympus Has Fallen. There's like, what else is there? Like, about the president. They thought the president passes or something, or gets taken out by some, country, or like, coup or something. I forgot what that one's called. But anyways, I like these movies. This is a big popcorn film. Lots of action set pieces. So you just kind of check your brain at the door and just let the action kind of, take over. So yeah. So I'm sure it'll be exciting and good. I know I've seen it. It is good. It is exciting. It's, like I said before, you just kind of check your brain off at the door and shut it off. So again, this is one that has, you have Angelic, who is that? Who is that? Why is her name not popping up on here? I can't believe I don't remember her name. Oh, Angela Bassett, Melissa Leo, Ashley Judd, and Rick Yoon. So Angela Bassett, I couldn't remember. So yeah, that's a whole lot of great actors in that movie. So anyways, Olympus Has Fallen. I haven't seen it in a long while, so that'll be one I watch. Next up, this one came with a slipcover. Split. M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong. Right here. It's the Blu-ray DVD combo. A split with James McAvoy. And it has a digital code in it, so I'll take that off. I don't think they're good anymore. But as you can see there, the Blu-ray and the DVD. But yeah, I liked the Unbreakable series. Unbreakable, Split, and then whatever the other one was called, I can't even remember. Mr. Glass or something, I think the other one was called. I thought this was a really good... James McAvoy, if you've not seen this, he has 23 different personalities, it says in here. I don't know if he does all 23 in the movie, but he does a whole heck of a lot. And it is very, very impressive what he does in this movie. He plays completely different characters. He plays psychopaths, he plays children, he plays women, he plays British people, he plays Americans, he plays mentally ill patients, people who supposedly are completely normal. I mean, it's everybody. You don't know who you're talking to sometimes, or who the people he's, of course, interacting with. They don't know who they're dealing with. They're dealing with, like, the 10-year-old little boy, or they're dealing with, like, the 35-year-old, like, English professor, female English professor, or whatever. So you just never know who you're dealing with. It is seriously a really wonderful movie. It comes with a deleted scenes and alternate ending, and I didn't see this for years. After it came out, I liked Unbreakable. I just don't know why it came up when I just had other things going on. Maybe I never got around to watching it. And the good thing is I didn't know much about it, even though it'd been around for a couple years. So when I watched it, I still was surprised by everything that was happening. So it was a very good movie. But man, James McAvoy, dude, what a great actor. And second to last here, we have Transformers. Somehow I've never had the slipcover, I don't believe, for this. So I was excited to get the slipcover. I know a lot of people kind of crap on Transformers and Michael Bay and all that, but I like the Transformer movies. I mean, yeah, some of it is ridiculous and over the top and overtly sexualized and stuff, which I don't need in my 80s cartoon, live action cartoon versions. But I did enjoy the series. So let's take off the top here. And so as you can see here, it comes with a slipcover. I'm sorry, it has a slipcover, has the inserts, it has the Blu-ray and the DVD both. So that is good. Usually a lot of times you see these in the way, like at pawn shops or flea markets or online, because this slipcover, I feel like it's somewhat hard to come by because it's just a clear slipcover, which you don't see too often. So I was glad to find it. So I got that for a reason. What's been said about this movie has already been said, so there's not really much I can add to it. But I just enjoyed the movie. It was what I was wanting in my Transformers movie. Transformers to come to life in real live on live action, good action. I thought some of the stuff that I don't like, obviously the things they did with making, oh my gosh, I can't think of Megatron and all the Soundwave and Starscream or whatever, and they took away him being a gun and all that stuff and turned him into a car. I think they all were cars or airplanes or ships and dump trucks and everything. So anything involving like a weapon that was taken out of the equation, and they made all the military and police officers bad guys, and they made all the the Autobots, the Decepticons are all like military authority figures. I don't know if that's. It's funny because they want to take away the gun from Megatron being a gun, but then because that's a bad influence, that's not good to encourage children that grab a gun and shoot it, which I totally get that 100%. But then they turned all these supposed authority figures that are meant to be good in the real world and in the perfect world, into all of them being evil. So I'm not for sure how you jive that in your mind to make it make sense, but that's the way they're going. And then last but not least is Ridley Scott's director's cut of Kingdom of Heaven. And I love this film. This movie is so good. Probably one of for my money, Ridley Scott's best movies. The Blu-ray is fantastic. I have this on DVD. There's like a three disc box set. I have it behind me here somewhere, behind there. But I did not have this on Blu-ray, so there it is, a Blu-ray. I don't know what you all thought about this movie. If you've seen the director's cut, it makes it a lot longer, a lot more going on, a lot of story. A lot of the backstories are like more, were more filled out and more thought through and more, it would just made the experience a lot more rich and deeper. So, guys, that's it. Let me know what you all think 10 movies or 15 movies for $15, $1 a piece. What were some of your highlights? Have you seen some of these movies? I'm sure a lot of these movies are not rare, hard to find movies. These are all readily available. What were your thoughts on it? What were some of your highlights? The things that you didn't like? What some movies you do like that I picked up? How do you find some of your movies? Where do you go to look for movies? Are you on eBay? You on pawn shops, Goodwill, flea markets, yard sales, Facebook Marketplace? Where do you find your Blu-rays, DVDs, physical media, 4Ks, whatever? I want to know. Have your people call my people. Until next time, peace.